In the last few months or so, I've been getting back into League because a friend of mine has been playing it a lot. And I guess I just got the bug and I started playing it again quite a bit. So, but like just doing normals most of the time. I don't really do ranked. In past seasons, I've never bothered to climb any higher than like silver, if that. If you look at my past attempts at League climbs, they're all in bronze and silver. The last time that I tried in earnest was probably in 2021. So quite a few years ago even then. Fast forward to the end of 2025, I'm playing a bit of League. I've got time off because it's the end of the year. And as you do when you've got like a group of friends who are sort of either learning or relearning League together, you get into thinking about the theory of the game. You get into thinking about, such nebulous concepts as wave control and macro and all the things that aren't just like me clicking your champion and trying to make your health reduce to 0 before you do the same to me. Right? We all like to think that we're very cerebral when it comes to League of Legends and we understand all the macro concepts just as much as the micro. But truth be told, even for myself, like, I don't even look at the minimap enough. But anyway, all that aside, I get to my time off. Christmas Eve rolls around. I finally get off work. I've got free time. What do I decide to do with my free time over the holidays? Well, I decided I wanted to make a push for bronze because at that point I had been placed in iron and I just didn't bother playing any League like pretty much all year. I think season 1 or sometime very early in the season I was like, I'll play a little bit of League, see where I get placed in the placement matches, and then play a few games until I get bored and then just move on with my life and do something else because I am a 35-year-old man and I have a lot of day-to-day things that I have to do, responsibilities and stuff like that. Never mind all the, Twitch.tv, man in a window, playing Pokemon cards stuff that I do most of the time and doing the YouTube stuff as well to support it and all that sort of thing. So I had a little bit of free time and I decided I'm going to try and grind for bronze. And so after Christmas, you sort of only have a couple of weeks to get it done. Like today, or yesterday, I should say now, was the last chance to get to whatever rank you were trying to strive for. For me personally, the only thing I really cared about was getting the victorious rewards, which I did, which I'm happy about. And then as the matches piled up, I sort of thought it'd be nice to aim for bronze. Like getting out of iron into bronze for me, somebody who hasn't seriously tried to play any more than a couple of normals a year with friends here and there for a few years now. Yeah, getting to bronze would be a nice finish line. It was with the amount of time remaining and the amount of time I was willing, or the amount of games I was willing to play each day, I thought that was a pretty good goalpost. And so that's what I did. But I did something really funny with my grind to bronze. What I did was I kept a journal. I kept a diary of every single game that I played, every single one. So before and after, I would write down things like, okay, what day it was, what game number total in like the total amount of games that I played. I wrote down, obviously, whether I won or lost, what was the matchup, and I'll get into what role and position and stuff like that in a bit. And I also wrote down my notes on the game generally. And originally, the notes were only meant to be maybe a sentence long. Just like a footnote on, the matchup went like this. I died early to a gank. The game got out of control. I lost. Or I crushed lane and we were able to win because my support was really good or something like that. It wasn't meant to be detailed, but I can't help myself. I'm a bit of a writer. I like to enunciate. I like to encapsulate my thoughts and write them fully when I get the opportunity to do something like that. And so I did. As the days went by, or as the games went by, I should say, I began to articulate more and more. Eventually, I was writing just entire passages of not only my thoughts on the game and like generally the plot of what happened each game, but also like the things that I needed to remember, the things that, I needed to tell myself emotionally to keep myself steady and on the right path. and just like the lessons that I needed to learn as well, I started like really intensely journaling them, and I was sharing them with my friends, my group of IRL friends who I play League with whenever I get the chance to, and they seem to really enjoy it. So I thought, what if I made that a part of the stream? And so like I've tested the waters a little bit, and streaming League has been fun for the occasions that I have. And so I kind of want to work it into the stream. But as you know, I have a bit of a limited amount of time to do anything when it comes to Twitch. I'm not streaming for like 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. Most of the time, it's maybe 2 hours, 3 hours if you're lucky. Okay, so that's not a lot of time. You maybe get in a few games and then it's done. And sort of in my mind, I don't really want people to... I don't feel like it's a good use of time to just play 3 games of League on Twitch and then dip. I can't really do much with that. And truth be told, I'm not like the most entertaining person on the planet. I'm willing to admit that I can be a little bit... And this perhaps comes from being a Pokemon card oriented streamer. I don't really lean into like the, degenerate funny language or anything like that, right? I'm not that sort of person. So like I'm not a rat, okay, most of the time. Maybe when I'm playing Pokemon cards, but that's different. Okay, so I guess what I'm saying is I had to have a bit of a think, okay? So, like, if I can't just play, like, a dozen games of League at a time to fill out, a live stream, to give people a place to just to chill and hang out while League of Legends is happening on the screen. And knowing that, like, I'm not, like, hyper talented, I'm not like an ex-pro that can just turn on the stream and have hundreds of people file in because of name value alone. And if I'm not like especially entertaining or funny in particular in the way that a lot of popular League streamers are, I'm thinking of the likes of K-Draw and whatnot, right? Very, very funny. I've got to figure out what is it that I can do, because I can't, if I want to stream like a journey to improvement and discovery with League, ideally, I would like to be able to play many games per session and then have that natural evolution of my skills or what have you as I work towards whatever goal, right? And then, of course, I've already gone over probably ad nauseum at length here. I'm not especially, a comic and I'm not an ex-pro, right? So the thing that would make sense the most is if I were to chronicle some sort of journey towards improvement, right? That kind of makes sense. And I think people enjoy that kind of thing. People enjoy vlogs of people learning skills or doing like 30-day challenges and stuff like that all the time. And so it's like, okay, well, if you're a bronze boy and you want to become a golden boy, maybe what you do is you stream sessions until you hit gold, right? Put an arbitrary goal on it and be like, get to gold, that's the stream, like road to gold or whatever, right? Road to platinum or whatever. But I also think that is not interesting enough or compelling enough for me to want to do as well. Because, again, one of the constraints that I put on it is that I can only stream for 2 to 3 hours at a time. And I don't really want to go live, stream 2 games of League of Legends, and then say see you later. Because there's not a lot to chew on in that length of stream when it comes to League of Legends. I think it is a game that sort of lends itself to longer sessions of play. So then what do I do? Well, I'm screwed, right? What can I do to make something compelling out of that? I'm not like an educator. I can't go live and be like, I'm going to teach you all about this wave control concept or macro or whatever. I'm not that either. I can't be educational. So I got to thinking, okay, I know my constraints, which are that like I'm a very normal man, okay? I'm just a guy playing League of Legends, and I don't have that much time to play it, but I like it. I've been playing it for a long time. I've played it since Season 2, which is a very long time ago. So, how do you make that compelling? Well, I think what you have to do is you take the common thing, which is like play ranked until you get to whatever goal you want to set, say gold, for example. But you twist it a little bit. You put some kind of condition on it that makes it compelling and interesting. And so the thought that I had is to kind of take what I did with the grind to bronze that I did over the holiday break and apply it to League. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play only one game of ranked a day. Okay, that's going to be my hook. I'm a 35-year-old man. I got a full-time job. I cannot be playing 8 hours of League of Legends after work. I just can't, because I got too much other stuff on. So the plan is to play one game of ranked a day. It puts a really interesting stake on the thing that I'm doing, right? It's not like a monetary-based one. It's not like one that is in relation to like hitting a particular goal, although it could be in relation to hitting a particular goal rank-wise. But what I'm saying is I'm giving myself only one opportunity per day to play ranked, okay? So, and the idea there is it's reflective of probably what is a bit more of a common experience for your average day-to-day person. You don't get that much time to play League of Legends. Maybe you get a sneaky half hour to fit one game of League, and then you got to go do the dishes or something like that, right? Or you got to head to bed. So what can I achieve in that one game? And let's say, okay, because I'm going to be playing ranked, the thing that I want to do is win. So the thing that I need to do is to be as thoughtful and present in the moment, because that is the only opportunity I will get. And if I lose, I've got to wear that, right? I got to hold that L for 24 hours until I go live the next day. And then I get one more try, or I get another try. Time is finite. Time is a really, really precious resource. Today will never be today again, and I will lose forever that opportunity that I had to try and win the game of League. So that's what I'm trying to get across, like the stakes of it, like the weight that I'm going to put on every single game. I'm only going to give myself one chance to play. And then comes the journaling aspect, where, you know, after the game, what I want to do is debrief, think about it, sit with it, you know, whether I won, whether I lost, what are the things that I can learn from it, think about the matchup, think about little things that happen throughout the game. Maybe we open the replay viewer and we watch together the things that happened that were big moments or moments of, you know, misplaying and all that sort of thing. So that's my thought. I'm going to, with all that being said, kick things off. So we'll go over to play. We're going to go to ranked. First game of the season. Roll guaranteed. Oh, fantastic. That's a new one. I've never seen roll guaranteed. I guess there's plenty of gamers looking at game. Not even playing a normal to understand the new map. We're just going to get into it. I'm going to stick to a point of comfort. Caitlyn is certainly the champion that took me through to the illustrious rank of bronze last season. I do enjoy playing Caitlyn. I can sort of focus a bit more on the world around me and a little less on the character. Oh, I need to ban something. I'll ban Ashe. They banned Ashe as well. Apparently a good pick. Alright, well. It's too busy yapping. Too busy yapping. Of course it's MF. She is a bit of a villain, MF, but if I play Caitlyn, I can keep my distance. I don't want to play Xayah into her, and then the other ADC that I've been practicing is MF. So Caitlyn seems like a sensible pick here. Caitlyn seems good. So the other thing that I didn't mention in my preamble is that ADC is the role that I've been favoring. Okay, I do not know what is good to build with Caitlyn at the moment, which is a little bit of a concern, but we'll manage. We'll get there. Just don't know what the build is going to look like with the new items, but where are we going? We'll go here. So this is my one game of League. Try and be present and aware. Step one, maybe... Oh, run. Don't stand there, Caitlyn. No. Oh, they used up the ignite. Seems good. Dude, go away. Bro. I don't want to go to lane with a chunk of health missing. I also forgot that the game starts a lot faster too. There's like less time, but yeah, you can see one of the changes there where all the towers have plates now, but the plates have like different amounts of health and stuff. I didn't realize Shen was my support either. It's a little tough because we're still level 1. So I'm sorry if I'm a little bit quiet when I'm concentrating. It's part of what makes me like not the most entertaining League streamer, I guess. Like a lot of my thoughts and feelings are going to come across perhaps in the post-game summary, but I'll give you try and give you the play-by-play. So I'm just calmly trying to farm. My thought here of taking the Caitlyn so I can sort of stand back from the wave has paid off so far. Just a little bit of harass there. Viego is coming. Good. I'll take it. Oh! So close. Take the opportunity back. What we're thinking. I think this. Let's take a little bit of attack speed. Head back out to the lane. How are we doing in the other lanes? So that was a really nice sequence of play. It would have been ideal if I picked up the kill, but I'm never like too fussed about not picking it up. I'm always happy when we're coming out positive in the play, even if it's not as positive as one might like. They like to use Ignite on cooldown. Nice. Traps are going to start to hurt. Ow. Kind of have to respect jungle gank now. So I'm going to try and play back a little bit. Oh god, I'm dead. Please? Oh yes! I'll take it. I obviously didn't respect the jungle gank enough, did I? Didn't respect it enough. Back to lane. So I saw one of the changes is these crystals envelop the towers. And so like the next auto against them is like really strong. It's like an explosion. Easy. Nice. Somehow Shen got that too. Bro, I ulted point blank. But yeah, we'll take some gold. MF's not here for a little bit. We can at least take this. Be nice. Please don't check. Please don't check. Okay, well, I mean, those two get out, I guess. Take the opportunity back. Get a cool pickaxe. Put some boots on. So we're 10.5 minutes in. I haven't been like too deliberate or thoughtful about like talking about my thought process here. Shen has backed and won't be back for a little while. Doesn't have the ult up. I do want to just hold the wave at this end of the lane. If I can. And now we've got a nice long lane to chase them. Oh. So I think partway through that skirmish, I started randomly, oh gosh, attacking minions. Oh no! Oh no! Oh. Okay, good. I used myself to protect the Shen. I sacked for the Shen. But that's okay. We do that for our supports sometimes. Shen is the one at 4-0. So I want Shen to have a good time. We want our support to have a good time. So I see the ADC perk here is that I get this extra slot for the item, or for the boots rather, I should say. So that must be how it works. No, Shen.
Most strategies succeed every time.
Easy peasy. Thank you, Mr. Jungler. Eating a meat cleaver is not great. Do not recommend. We're going to try and push, or at least make sure that the wave doesn't move forward any further. What the plan is here, dude? We have a ward, so that's good. Okay. One by one. And we've got plenty of vision towards bot lane, so I'm going to stay on this side. And that didn't take very long at all. And we wait for a few gold pieces. Pick up the BF. Nice little power spike for us. Once again, make it so the wave stays at our end of the lane. Makes it difficult for MF to step up, and plenty of lane for us to chase if she oversteps. Oh, nice. I would like to get there. Oh, she must be low. I can go mid now. Wow. Holy. Rock is solid. Okay. Come on. Okay, I'm not gonna fight the Ahri. I'm not gonna fight the Ahri. I will take my kills and Vamoose. That was a nice little sequence of play, I would say. What do you think? What kind of item do we want to build now? Do I need to deal with Mundo? Mundo seems to have been okay so far. It's the Ahri. So maybe I'll take RFC. Maybe we'll go RFC. As the hen is down, there's at least 2 of them mid. 3 of them mid. So I'm going to push. Yep, 4. Okay, they're gone. It's time for me to leave. Time to go, and no more staying. We do not stay to find out. You can fill in the blank there. We do not stay to find out. we get going.
My classmates have potential.
So we got Baron, we got Drake in 2 minutes. Mundo is being a Mundo in our top jungle. Whoa. Oh no. Absolutely melted. That was not good. I was sort of locked into the play. I wanted to follow the Viego, but the MF absolutely cooked us with her ult. That was some top tier iron gameplay out of me, but never mind. We just dust ourselves off and we try again. They don't get a terribly large amount off that sequence, thankfully for us. We're okay. Okay, well, they got Baron. So, scratch that. That was not great for us. Gave up Baron. Okay, I'm going to go try and deal as the hen. Thank you. Okay, nobody went mid. I thought they were all going mid. I cannot walk up to that at all. We sort of, like, can't do this, though, because we're 4v5. Oh, my gosh. What an absolute gimme. All right, now we can do it. Because the hen is getting, like, free tower in the meantime. I go here. Some farm. There's an Ari behind me. I went the dangerous way because I wasn't paying attention to where my character was. Oh god. Dang. Really unsafe positioning. I really should have got ahead of the wave before I started farming it. The hen just came and found me. Thankfully, like, no objectives this time for them to capitalize on. Like, we just took the dragon, so... I'm gonna go bot because they will probably keep mid occupied, right? That's how that'll work.
Everyone expects great things from me.
Okay. Wow. That is super annoying. That's crazy. What is that heal, bro? What is that heal, dude? Hello? Bro, I gotta do something about that. That's not right. We can win. Actually, no, we lose. I guess we're just gonna watch them destroy our base. My bad. No. Oh, so what happened in that game? So, I gotta give it to the Shen, for sure. Shen was all over the place. But that was an unfortunate game out of me. I threw it at the end there by deciding to stand on the same screen as the hen. My bad. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because I don't play against the hen that much. I had no idea that he could be so menacing. But there you go. Look at the scoreboard. Finished 4 and 5 overall. We had a pretty good game until we didn't. This is the way I'll put it. We can put it we'll call it a pretty good game until it wasn't. So I went 4 and 5. The game was a loss, and the matchup was Caitlyn Shen versus MF Swain. I think that I could have probably tried to press harder in the laning phase to try and like bully out the Caitlyn, but I was a bit more focused on just trying to play the farming game. I was just focused on farming a bit more than I was thinking about trying to harass and press the really important advantage Caitlyn has in lane, which is that she pretty much outranges everyone, right? She's very, very long range ADC and can make life generally pretty difficult for her lane opponents. Pretty intimidating lane opponent to have, Caitlyn, but maybe my inexperience, maybe my hands are a little bit cold. I just took it my chance to warm up is that time between level 1 and level 2, right? That's the way that I'm trying to like think about it and approach it. So I think laning phase was okay. Shen picked up all the kills rather than me, so I couldn't like get ahead very quickly, but I was still happy with the trajectory of the lane. Like we did die to a gank early from I think it was Mundo, where I made a comment where I was like, okay, I need to respect the prospect of a jungle gank. But then, like, I tried to respect it and still died, like, standing next to my tower when the jungler sort of appeared behind us, so never mind. And then in the mid game, the Ahri just went crazy, right? 12 and 2, we just couldn't handle it. The Diana, on the other hand, got kind of blown up there. But then on the other hand, we had a Viego that was running a clinic as well, and Malphite was doing a good job as well. So I think that maybe if I hadn't died in that last encounter or two, there are a few like pretty important deaths there where if I don't die, like maybe I can impact the outcome of the game a little bit more. But I sort of like didn't have like that great of an awareness. For some reason, I decided I would go and try and mark the Zehen in bot lane instead of just staying in base and stopping any kind of mid push. There was no reason for me to die there. The Zehen saw me on the same screen as them and then just locked on. And I was like, oh, the Zehen is not afraid of me at all. What's about to happen? And of course, not only did I get blown up, the Zehen just like lived through everything. That was crazy. That last sequence of play out of them, they just repelled us all. It was really something else. Anyway, look, that's game number 1 of how many, who knows. If this is a concept that you think is interesting, maybe you'd be interested in seeing a little bit more, maybe subscribe to me on YouTube or follow me on Twitch, where I'm live most of the nights of the week in the limited amount of time that I have. And I guess I'll see you in the next live streaming videos. So take care and goodbye. Cheers.